All right, now, so Dwight Howard, he decided to pull up on Shaq because Shaq, he has a restaurant. So Dwight Howard, he thought it was a great idea to pull up on Shaq. So he knew the location of the restaurant and he pulled up to confront him because Shaq's been taking shots at Dwight Howard for the longest. And I think it happened after the infamous dunk contest. And after that, that's when Shaq got, I would say jealous because he's claimed that he's the only Superman. There's only one Superman. So Shaq is claiming that he's the real Superman. And Dwight Howard, he's breaking down exactly what happened when he pulled up on Shaq. So let's take a listen to exactly what he said.
You think you and Shaq will ever be friends?
Yes. We actually, I saw him in Orlando actually after I was inducted into the Hall of Fame. I was out at a restaurant eating with my family and my friends. And the owner said that Shaq was actually at the restaurant. And I said, I'm going to go talk to him. And everybody was like, what? I said, yes, I'm going to go talk to him. I got up, went over to where he was at, shook his hand, asked could we have a minute alone. And we had a real good conversation. And I was very happy about it. We expressed some things. And the next time you see both of us together, we'll talk about the stuff that we had a sit down about. But it was a really good talk, and I'm glad that the universe, everything worked out perfectly for us to be in Orlando at the same place at the same time to have a conversation.
But when did it go south or sideways between you two?
I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
I really believe that it was outside noise and people, he say, she say, and stuff like that. And then now it made both of us irritated. So when I hear something on TV that he says, I'm pissed off about it and I'm responding to him and vice versa. And to be honest, I'm just like, man, we too old for this. We have children, we have people who look up to us, and we both mean a lot to a lot of people in this world. We both done some amazing things, and we don't need this. I don't like it. I grew up watching Shaq. I respect him as a player and the man and the businessman that he is. When his father passed away years back, I was one of the first people to reach out because I knew how much that losing his father was hurting him. And I really, as a young man, looking up to somebody like Shaq is like my big brother. So we just had a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I thought it was you were both in Orlando, both had Superman nickname. You end up following in his footsteps to the Lakers. So it's maybe he was thinking you were following in his footsteps, trying to be like Shaq, and for some reason he had a problem with that. That's how I viewed it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. So my thing is this also. If someone is trying to follow in my footsteps, that means to me that first, that's an honor. That's humbling. And that means that I've done such a great job with my life and my career that somebody wants to follow in those footsteps. So I don't see anything wrong with that. No, now, I did not do that. It just, everything seemed to pan out like it was a mirror image of Shaq's life and career. We're both tall, we're both funny, we're both comedians, like to have fun, dance. We both dunk the ball a lot. We're both dominant centers. I understand that. We both say we're Superman. So I get it. And if I am following his footsteps, I would love that. Shaq has paved the way for so many big men. He's done an amazing job. So, that's amazing to follow in the footsteps of one of the greatest, most dominant big men to ever play.
What's your favorite moment with Kobe?
So me and Dwight finally met up the other day, and he asked me, how come you don't like me? And my response is, what makes you think I don't like you? He says, because you're always hard on me. And then I say, you don't think I was hard on Kobe? You don't think I was hard on D-Wade? You don't think I'm hard on Jeremy and Shane? This is what I do to get my guys to go to that next level. As a leader, sometimes you have to push your guys. Sometimes they like it, sometimes they don't. But I know what it takes, and I know what I needed. I needed another absolute dog with me. So Every time I piss Kobe off, you guys know and you guys seen the product. So once he understood that, I think, he understood. Because he was like, man, you never called me. I was like, why would I call you? If I was your teammate, all the stuff I said on TV, that's exactly what I would say to you in your face. So my favorite moment with Kobe is I have so many, but I love just pissing him off so he just go crazy.
All right now, so there you have it. That was Dwight Howard. And he finally decided to pull up on Shaq because Shaq's been taking shots at Dwight Howard. And I think that the reason why Shaq is doing that is because he's jealous. Of course, Dwight Howard, he didn't reach the same heights as Shaq, but I still think that Shaq, he feels intimidated by Dwight Howard. And that is the reason why I keep saying that I'm the only Superman. And I would say that Dwight Howard, he's passive. He's just minding his own business. But Shaq, he's the one who sends messages, stern messages every now and then that he's the top dog and that Dwight Howard is bum basically. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.